I did not want to be a pastor's wife. I actually verbalized that numerous times when I was dating my husband, because someone said to him that he should be a pastor, and I said never. And then he became a mental health therapist, so I thought I was off the hook, and I was thrilled. 10 years later, God called him to the pastorate, and so I am now a pastor's wife. When I think back over the first time my husband and I had a discussion about starting a church, it certainly was not on either of our radar. He was a youth pastor at a large church. We were content to stay there the rest of our lives, but God kind of spoke to both of us individually, and then as we talked to each other, we realized that it was God and not our own, our own idea. And so what kind of helped us to feel safe and moving forward was not only that we both agreed on it together, but then God started putting people in our path that encouraged us, and we had no clue what we were doing. There was no internet when we started. There was nothing like that. It was just God bringing people alongside us and really helping us. Over the past 25 years, obviously I've aged. I've raised children. I have grandchildren now. I think I have a real solid trust in the Lord. History is really an amazing thing to look back and see what God has done. It gives you real confidence for the future because you see what God's done in the past. As far as women meeting their godly potential, my experience has been that women have an amazing sensitivity to the Holy Spirit, and I think they're quick to obedience, but I also think there's a lot of hesitancy and fear. And I enjoy being in the role of encouraging women in my church to take a step of faith and be obedient. She did means to me that she went from maybe an idea to an actual action of obedience. I think a lot of us have great ideas, but we sometimes hesitate to act on them, and we think that failure is our biggest enemy, but it really is. Failure is not the biggest enemy, I don't believe. I think the biggest enemy is doing nothing and not trying. Women are they're like my foundation of volunteers. They're always the first to respond. Women are always the first to respond. But they're also the first to feel defeated. And I think some of it is just culture. Culture says that, that maybe they're not brave enough or they're not smart enough. It's not about being smart. It's about being obedient.